TikTok Shop for creators, I'm going to share with you one of the biggest mistakes that you're probably making in your video. Once you fix this, you might even see your conversions go up. If you're new here, I'm Amber. I've shared all things TikTok Shop. I've generated over 4 million in GMV in just the last year. So if you want more of this content, go ahead and give me a follow. Currently in the middle of watching an episode of Diary of a CEO with Alex Hormozi. He said something very interesting. Watch this.
Any more upside. When you were talking about the breathing example with your nose, it's funny because if you had sat down and said to me, Steve, I've made these like breathing nose strips, they are better, they're 20% more durable, they expand your nostrils by 20%. It is multiples less compelling than you telling me that story you just said about being a kid, having breathing problems, trying to solve this problem for yourself. And it's funny because that story you told versus the sort of rational, logical approach or the benefits approach is your marketing campaign for the next 5 years on TikTok and Instagram. It's, I had a problem, I solved it, I tried everything and solved it for myself. There's almost like nothing more compelling and believable.
Do you understand what he's saying there? A lot of people go into making their TikTok Shop content talking about just the features, but they're forgetting that really important nugget that usually is what gives you the conversion of connecting with the viewer emotionally by sharing your experience. So if I'm talking about the Fantic electric scissors and I'm just going off on the features and how it has the safety feature like this, and you can cut your cardboard, you can cut your rags, not super compelling, interesting, but not very compelling. You're not really connecting. But if you go into it with the angle of when I have to break down 17 cardboard boxes, it takes me over 45 minutes, and usually I get about 3 or 4 different cardboard cuts on my fingers, and it takes way too much space in my recycling bin, so either I have to make another pile or take it over to the dump. You're making more of an emotional connection. You're painting the viewer in the experience, so that way they connect, that way they relate, and then now they see the product as the solution, not just something cool that they can have in their life. So next time you're gonna make a video, sit down, think about what the pain point is and how you can introduce the pain point through storytelling. You don't have to go into a long, detailed description of the story, just enough to make it interesting. Throw it into ChatGPT, say, hey, can you make this a more condensed version? Give it an idea of what kind of tone you want it to have, and use that as inspiration.